Welcome, race fans. Tonight's the Nora Truck Series takes to the high banks of Bristol. This is going to be pretty awesome. These guys are all set here practicing. Kind of a smaller field here tonight, but we'll get down to the points here shortly. Only 10 drivers battling for the top 10 in points. This is the final race before it drops to 8 drivers starting next week. So this will be pretty cool. Tune in tomorrow night for the Nork NASCAR Cup Series. That'll be right here on MaxSpeedTV. All right, looking at the race analytics coming into tonight. 68-degree air temperature, 72-degree track temperature. They're doing 200 laps here tonight with stages. That's 100 miles. Tire window about 90 to 100 laps, and fuel window about 100 to 120, they're telling me. And pit road speed, 35 miles an hour. All right, the points coming into tonight, top 10. Josh Conover still holding on to a 4-point lead over Joshua Susi. And Joshua Banks in third, 5 points back. So they're very tight there for the top 3. Josh, and Josh. Martin Plude in fourth, 27 points back. Brian Jones in fifth, 33 behind. Jason Conover in sixth, 42 back. Blade Timmons in seventh, 72 behind. Keegan Bitzer in eighth, 89 points back. Nathan Shiflett ninth, 98 points behind. And Torn Shirts rounding out the top 10 in the points here, 124 back. So he lost a lot of points, man. I'll tell you, there's some guys here that I really kind of highly doubt that they could make it up. You take somebody like Torn Shirts, they're being 124 points back. That might be a little difficult, but with I think there's 4 races left after tonight. I don't know. We'll have to see how this is going to shake out, man. I'm kind of curious to see how this is going to go. Well, anyhow, welcome everybody. Glad to have everybody back in chat here tonight, and hopefully you guys enjoy the show here tonight. Everybody likes Bristol racing, and the trucks.
I'm one of them.
Yeah, trucks used to be one of the most popular mods on iRacing, and it's kind of been replaced there by the Cup cars, but they're still a lot of fun out here, man. I'm telling you.
Yes, they are. I was out there a little bit ago, and I ran 15 laps. Didn't even realize it. I was just having a lot of fun. This is a technical track. I've always loved Bristol. You're going to see a lot of tight, close racing here. There's 2 lanes. You can go on the high line, go on the low line. As the tires wear, though, look for the high line to be the place to be as you get the bite up off of the corner.
Yeah, definitely. Well, hey, Brandon, how you doing? Hey, thank you for helping out there. We do appreciate it very much. And right now, Josh Conover is at the top of the leaderboard. Susie's second, Plute third, Edelman fourth, Timmons in fifth. So this will be could be an interesting night here tonight. Now, if they with the cautions or the stage cautions, I'm sorry. Lap 50, we'll be looking for the first stage, lap 100 for the second stage, and of course the final stage will be the last 100 laps of the race. So 2 stages here tonight. That'll be kind of give the guys a little bit of a way to come down pit road, freshen up them tires. And we were discussing that final stage, 100 laps, they could make it with fuel. Tires is going to be an issue. That's a long time to be running on the same set of tires for 100 laps, but it could possibly happen.
It definitely could, but I believe my I'm going to bet on somewhere within that 100 laps they're going to have a caution, especially as the tires start to wear out. I definitely look for that to be a factor. And they have it set up tonight as one pit road.
Oh boy.
So drivers are going to have to enter pit road coming out of turn 2 and drive all the way around the track through pit lane on the bottom. So that's going to, for guys, I hope they're practicing their pit entrance, because if they don't and they come in at out of turn 4, they're going to get a penalty. So that's something else to keep an eye on tonight.
Oh my. Oh man. Yeah. I wonder if Josh knew they did that, or or if he set it up that way on purpose or accidentally, or wow, that could be very interesting.
Yeah, these guys are going to have to pit coming out of turn 2 instead of turn 4. So this is definitely going to be quite an interesting show. And if they come back onto the track after in turn 3, and not go to pit road on the front stretch, they will be penalized there as well for an unsafe pit exit.
Wow. Yeah, we could see some pit road penalties then tonight. Well, here in the... Go ahead. Go ahead.
I was going to say, we were talking about some of those chase drivers near the back of the pack there. Guys like Torn Shirts, his only chance right now is to come out and win. So if he is pretty much checkers or wreckers tonight, I look for him to try to battle it out as much as possible.
Yep. Sure. All right, well, folks, we're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying, so stay with us.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket train, the bombs busting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the brave, and the home of the brave. brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the US of A. Oh, say, just that star, spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the brave, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
All right, we're back, folks. Qualifying is just getting started here. Joshua Susi, top of the leaderboard at the moment.
And that's a 14.855. That's a very good lap around this track in a truck.
Wow, torn shirts the second. All right, where's Conover? He ain't on the track yet. He was fastest in practice. Let's see if he can back that up with a fast qualifying time. I don't know, is he even going to get out there on the track? Time's a wasting there, Josh.
Brian Jones to the top of the leaderboard.
Nice lap.
14.793. A very nice lap.
Okay, Conover's rolling. Two green, white checkers, no resets. We were just discussing this while the national anthem was playing there. No resets here tonight. 24 incident limit. So if you get 24 incidents, 24 times you can get into somebody or get into the wall or whatever, and you're disqualified from the race. And two green, white checkers at the end.
Josh Conover second on the board with a 14.845. And it looks like all the drivers who are going to qualify have done so. So it looks like Brian Jones is going to be your pole sitter.
Yes, sir. Joshua Banks is still out here turning laps, but he's using the rest of qualifying there for practice, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, no, and you see how he's out close to that wall and kind of dips it down coming off the corner. That's what you really want to do. You want to try to get as close to the corner on entry, as close to the wall as possible without hitting it. And that way you don't have to be as hard on the brakes. You can let it roll through and then get back on the gas coming out of the corner.
Now it looks like we had three drivers that may not race tonight. I'm not really too sure. Jason Conover left. Mitchell Wilkes left. or Mitchell Riggs, excuse me, left. Brian Powell now, did he leave too?
I believe he might be the admin tonight, Rudy. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yep, probably. I see that now. Okay. Yeah, Brian Jones is going to hold on to the pole position, so congratulations to Brian. Nobody's going to be able to beat that. Not enough time left if anybody would happen to go out on the track now. All right, that wraps up qualifying. Let's get them down here on the grid. I guess I could probably just go through the whole grid because there's only
11.
All right,
11
Brian
drivers.
Jones. Brian Jones with the pole position with a 14.794. Congratulations to him for grabbing the pole. Josh Conover, our points leader, will start in second place. Joshua Susie in third. Porn Shirt starting fourth on a must-win situation here tonight to get him back in this. Martin Plute in fifth. Joshua Banks sixth. Keegan Bitzer seventh. Alex Edelman eighth. Blade Timmons ninth. Todd Snyder 10th. Jake Boyer 11th. Now the rest of these guys, I'm not sure if they're here or not. We won't know until they roll out. Mitchell Riggs 12th. Jason Conover 13th, and Brian Powell 14th. I guess that was all that was out there. So, well, congratulations to Brian Jones. Good job.
Yes, sir. Good job. And don't let the small size of the field fool you, Rudy. We got 11 drivers on the grid right now, and these guys know the smaller field. You're not going to have as many chances to make passes, chances to gain position. So these guys are going to be fighting hard all night long, because if they get too far spread out, they're not going to have that many chances for a caution. They know this, so they're going to try to make the most of it.
Yeah. I kind of look for them to take it easy at first, but, you know, when we get inside that last 100 laps, that's when things are going to really start to change, I think, a lot for these guys. The first 100 laps is going to be a lot of just looking for the best line, see where the grip is on the track, you know, racing each other a little bit, not pushing the envelope too much. Maybe some of the chase drivers might want to try to get up there and lead a lap to get that bonus point. But we'll see how this goes. Well, they do get 2 laps around here. 2 laps before they go green. So we'll be going green next time by here, Dwayne.
Yes, sir. And the lights are already on throughout the stadium, Rudy. We are under the lights at Bristol.
Very good. I love it under the lights.
Yes, sir. Makes those paint schemes pop.
Yes, sir. Yeah, 3 drivers not here tonight. Jason Conover, Brian Powell, and Mitchell Riggs not here. All right, pace car heads in.
Green, green, green.
And there's the green. We're underway here at Bristol. It's Bristol, baby.
Yes, sir. I love this track.
And Brian Jones, wow, kind of under fire there from Josh Conover. And Josh is in command of this. Oh, we got a spin in the back. No caution, though, did it?
No caution yet. He got through it. He's
Wow.
in the wall. That
Torn
is,
shirts.
Torn shirts.
Wow, interesting.
Looking right now, I've gone back to look at it. Looks like he gets in there just a little too hot. The truck gets loose on him, and the rear end comes out from under him. Joshua Banks gets into him a little bit there, but they're both able to continue on. But yeah, not the kind of night to start to the night that Torn Shirts needed.
Yeah, he did not. He was, like I said, a must-win situation here. Well, actually, just to stay into the next round, because next week it goes down to 8 drivers. So 2 drivers will be taken out after tonight.
Yeah, he's back in 11th right now, but he's battling for that 10th spot. So He's got a little bit of damage, but it's not enough here at Bristol to matter, really. I think he's going to be okay.
Yep. Well, he just drove around Jake Boyer back in the top 10. He's got a long night ahead of him, though. I mean, to try to get that damage fixed up a little bit, you know, on each pit stop.
Yeah, and if it stays green, we're only going to have 2 pit stops, which are going to be at the stage cautions. You do not want to pit under green here because you will be 5-6 laps down before you can get back out there, especially with it being a full course pit road.
Yeah, 35 dreaded miles an hour around that whole pit road. Oh my gosh. Well, good battle here between Martin Plute, which is on the outside, and Joshua Banks on the inside. And Banks is going to get that. He does a slide job up in front of Plute. Wow, that made Martin Plute have to check up a little bit right there.
Yes, it did. He's very
Whoa.
Now, early in the going here, when the tires are fresh, we're only 10 laps in here. You get about 25 good laps on these tires before you have to worry about it. You're going to see a lot of side-by-side. That bottom lane, you can make some moves on, absolutely, in the early going.
Yeah, Banks has been trying. He's been looking there, and he did make that pass on Martin Plute. But Martin, boy, almost drove into the back of him right there. I don't know if that might have been a little, hey, I didn't appreciate that slide job in front of me move right there. I don't know, but he's got Alex Edelman on his tail. But right now, Josh Conover pulled out to a 1.5 second already, Dwayne.
Yeah, and 1.5 seconds doesn't sound like a lot, but at this track where you're doing lap times of 15 seconds, 1.5 seconds is huge.
Yes. That is so hard to make up. I mean, you really have to hope that Josh would, you know, Josh Conover would have a moment or something going into a corner, and, you know, Brian Jones would be able to close that gap on him. But right now, it's just kind of staying steady at about 1.5 seconds. And Susie in third. I'll tell you, Banks keeps looking down that bottom, but he just can't get the grip up off the corner right there.
Yeah, and that's the problem you have, especially corner exit. If you're going to go down low, you've got to have a run on the guy and get him going into the corner down low, because you need all the track room you can get coming off the corner to be able to make the pass stick.
Well, things have kind of quieted down a little bit here now, but Brian Jones did close the gap just a touch here, so I don't know if Conover might have had a moment. But he needs several of them, I think, in order for Brian to close that gap.
Yes, sir. Right now the battle is on for 6th. Alex Edelman has it. Blade Timmons wants it. They were side by side there, but looks like that sorted itself out.
Yeah, this is good stuff right here. Blade definitely, you know, he wants to pick up as many positions as he can here tonight. Edelman high side, tries to, looks like he pinned Blade down on the bottom there, and Blade had to lift out of it.
Yeah, he just, and now it's a switch over. He gets the high side.
Wow, look at that. And he drives right around the outside of Alex Edelman. Nice move right there.
Yeah, Edelman made a mistake of going down low. Now he's going to be challenged here by Keegan Bitzer, but I don't think Bitzer's going to be able to maintain almost contact there. But yeah, Keegan's got to do a little digging of his own too, you know. I mean, he's 89 points back. He does not want to be one of the guys going home here tonight. Now, one that's not here, Nathan Shiflett is not here, and of course Jason Conover. Now, those two not showing up tonight will be more likely, I'm not sure how the points will shake out, but they may be the one or both of them may be the two that might be going home after tonight, not being in the chase next week. So it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah. Just depends on how it shakes out. how many points do they lose by not being here? That's the big question. And if it's more than, you know, what their opponents gained tonight, then they're in trouble. Absolutely.
Right.
Right now, Jake Boyer and Todd Schneider, they've been going back and forth for 10th, but they need to get going here as Josh Conover is within a straightaway of these two guys.
And Susie's staying right there with Brian Jones, and I'm thinking he may have a little something for Brian here. Yeah, he every now and then he kind of looks like he may have something in the corners figured out a little bit better than Brian does. But Brian's high side, that's going to be very, very difficult to beat. Remember, first stage is going to be lap 50, so we're only 20 laps away from that already.
Yes, sir. They go by quick here, don't they?
Yep, and coming up on lap traffic already. Todd Schneider goes a lap down. Jake Boyer's a lap down now. So there's two guys a lap down already. Wow. The first 30 laps of the race.
Yeah, some guys love Bristol, some guys hate it, and if you hate it, it's gonna be a long night for you, especially going a lap down in the first 30 laps there. And Susie's trying to take advantage of the lap traffic, but Brian Jones does have the advantage.
Well, you know, this track always was kind of difficult for me, Dwayne. I'll tell you why. It's an egg-shaped oval. Meaning, you know, 1 and 2's a little, I think 1 and 2's a little tighter than 3 and 4. I can't remember, one of them, anyhow. So it's an egg-shaped oval. And I always kind of lost track of where the start-finish line was to know which turn I'm going into. Because one, you can go in a little bit better, you know, a little bit hotter maybe, than you can on the other one. You know, like turn 1, you might be able to go in a little bit better than turn 3, and it makes a difference. And when you can get back in that gas too. So it was always a challenge for me in that area. You know, why I always had difficulty with it, but I did love racing there.
Oh yeah, this has always been one of my favorite tracks to race at. It's just a high banking, fast speed, having to I think we had a contact there.
Well, Josh Conover's been caught by Brian Jones. So we're going to have a 3-car battle here in a matter of a few minutes. Josh Conover, all he wants to do is win this first stage, I think, and get those bonus points under his belt to kind of try to extend that lead away from Joshua Susie.
I said I thought we had contact. We definitely did. Joshua Banks and Martin Plute got together trying to get around the lap car of Jake Boyer, and they both get into the wall hard. But they keep it straight and they keep going, no caution.
Cue up the Jaws music, because here comes Brian Jones. Man, right down to 0.2 of a second from Conover now.
Yeah, it's like Conover has used up his tires here, and that's something you don't think about in a Bristol race, because a lot of times you have a lot of cautions here, but with so few trucks, you know, we're going to have long green flag runs, and if you fly out on your own and just burn those tires up, this is the situation you have. These guys running you down. Now, as you see, the lap car there of torn shirts get out of the way of these leaders. Jones is going to have to play some games here. He's going to have to try to stay in tight on him and try to take the middle lane if he can, not get down to the bottom. But while he's doing that, Joshua Susie is looking to take advantage of any mistakes made.
Oh yeah, and there very well could be. Oh, there it is. Conover just got into the wall.
And he's going to have lap traffic to deal with as well. This is going to get tight.
Oh my gosh, man, he hangs on to it. I don't know how he did that. Wow, he might be doing a little mirror driving right now, let me tell you.
Right. Yeah, and Susie, right, as I mentioned, right there, trying to take over second. It's just with the worn tires that they have right now, he just doesn't have the grip to come off the corner that he needs.
I don't know. I just don't think that these guys are going to really. I don't think they're going to have anything for him because, man, we're coming down to it right quick here.
Yes, sir. 4 laps to go in this stage, but don't count them out yet. They are all over his bumper.
Oh, no. Yeah, this is pretty interesting how they're doing this. They're keeping the pressure on, and you already seen Josh make a mistake by getting into the wall. I mean, even though it was a slight tap, those guys were nice enough to kind of give him that room to get his truck straightened around, but wow, I'm telling you what, look at that. Brian Jones, a little love tap there in the back, saying, I'm here, and here he goes. He's taking a look.
White flag is out for the
stage. Oh,
stage.
my gosh. Is he going to get it?
No, he's not.
No, he's not. Wow, Susie into second now. This is going to be close. Coming to the line here. See, was that it, or do they go around and one more time? I think.
Yellow flag.
Okay, there it is. Okay, so Conover does win the first stage. Wow, what a race right there! I'm telling you, that was one heck of a race between those three.
That was very exciting.
Wow, I know they're going to be pitting real quick here, but let's get Josh up here and find out real quick. Josh Conover, you got a copy?
I do.
Well, you win the first stage. You knocked that one out of the park, but what happened there? Did the tires fall off that bad?
Yeah, I wasn't pacing myself like I wanted to, being out front, and I think I burned the right front off a little. Wanted to.
You're going to pit, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations on your stage win. Now you got one down. Now you got 2 more to go, buddy.
If any stage winner or race wins playoff points, so
yes,
the
sir.
More off will be.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, good luck in stage 2. Congrats on stage 1, buddy.
Thank you.
All right. Very good. Well, he's bringing them all to pit road.
See him cut there. Already came out of turn 2, making that long.
Yeah.
This is a long pit road when you add in both front and back stretch.
Right.
And considering it's 35 mile an hour as well.
All right. They're coming to a screeching halt pit road. Now let's see who's going to be the first one out of pit road.
I would expect nothing less than 4 tires and a full tank of fuel here.
Yep, Conover out first, and Susie second.
Jones beat Susie out barely, I believe, just by a nose, having the advantage of that first pit stall. I believe he got him right at the line.
Well, Torn Shirts looked like he stayed out, but I don't know if he's going to get credit for leading the lap or not. Nope, he's not gonna make it. So, wow, that's a bummer because Torn Shirts could have really used that point for, a lap lead.
Right. Well, right now we have 8 of the 11 cars on the lead lap. Alex Edelman and Jake Boyer are both 1 lap down, and Todd Schneider is 2 laps down in 11th. But all 11 are still in the race.
Very good. Well, Dwayne, the lights are out, so get them going, brother.
Will do. All right, so we are going to be going racing here. Lap 100 is going to be the next stage, so going to be 45 to go at the line, and going to be really interesting to see what happens here. Pace car ducks off.
Green flag, green flag.
On over goes, green flag is out. We're back under racing at Bristol Motor Speedway.
And Susie not wasting any time, takes second away from Brian Jones.
Yes, sir. Takes advantage of those fresh tires on the low line. And this is when you need to do that because in the next 5 or 10 laps or so, you're not going to be able to make that move on the bottom anymore.
Oh, man. Josh Banks almost got into the side of Blade Timmons.
Yeah, he's trying hard on that bottom, but just doesn't have the momentum to be able to make it stick there.
Yeah, and he's got a little bit of damage on that truck, too. I'm going to assume probably from being into the wall. He's got a little damage on the right front corner and the left front corner.
Unscheduled pit stop for Jake Boyer. He is on pit road.
Uh-oh. Conover trying to stretch that lead out. Hey, boy, it's going to be tough to get away from Susie now. He learned a little bit there on that last run. Josh said he thought he might have just got out there and tried to push it a little too hard at first and burnt that right front up. So easy to do.
It's hard to judge when you're leading the race without cars in front of you, just what kind of pace you're actually running.
Right.
But he seems to be doing a little bit better this time. He's not jumped out to that huge lead. Still maintaining enough of a lead that he doesn't feel threatened, but I look for him to try to take a little easier here this time.
Brian Jones almost got into the wall right there. He might be doing a little mirror driving too, because Blade Timmons is all over the back of him. Wow, look at that. You can't get a whole lot closer than Blade is right there. Oh my gosh. Wow. Banks still looking on that bottom though. And regrouped. Kind of cooled the tires off a little bit. Now he's trying again on the bottom. Keegan Bitzer. Clean truck for Keegan. Hasn't been into the wall or involved in anything, so good job. And Torn Shirts now is back on the lead lap, but he's quite a ways behind. But at least he got the wave by and he's back on the lead lap. Last one on the lead lap is Martin Plute. And I know that's not where Martin wants, even though he's sitting pretty decent. He is fourth in points, only 27 points back.
The yellow flag is out.
Brian Jones, wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, and a couple other guys got involved in it too. Oh my.
Blade Timmons gets into the back of him. He goes into the corner, has to check up to keep from hitting into the wall. And when he does that, Timmons just doesn't see him check up and hits him in the rear end.
Oh yeah. Well, he came really close right there on that corner. But see, right. Yep, right there. Got into the back of him and spins him. So, and that collects.
Alex Edelman also involved.
Oh yeah. Oh my, yeah. So about 3 or 4 trucks involved in that. Dang. Well, and with no resets, it's going to be difficult. You get a lot of damage. Well, the good thing about damage here, though, it doesn't really account for much because there's no aerodynamics here.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry about aerodynamics.
Except for Blade Timmons, when your engine's smoking, Rudy.
Yeah.
There's no help for that. He has a smoker.
Yeah.
He's done. Just see smoke billowing out of that truck as he brings it to rest at pit road.
Well, Josh Conover brought it to pit road, so that leaves Susie out here to lead a lap here. He should get the bonus point. He's staying in. There he is. He got it, and he stays in pretty much in about the same point spread. They're only 4 points behind Josh Conover at the moment. Although, well, no, I take that back because Josh Conover won the first stage. So there's bonus points involved in that.
Well, this is an interesting strategy to stay out. I mean, we had about 10 green flag laps there on the tires. I guess he's thinking that he can keep the tires cool enough, on this restart to keep the lead. So we'll just have to see how this plays out for him in the long run. But yeah, he's going to have about 30 to laps or so when we go green here to stay out front before the end of the stage.
All right, the lights are still on. Okay, we got enough time here. Let me see if we can. Let's get a word in with Keegan Bitzer. Keegan, you got a copy?
Loud, clear.
Well, buddy, you started 7th tonight. You're in it. I'm going to have to say you're probably going to have to be in it to win it tonight, because if not, man, you got to make up a lot of ground just to be one of the top 8 going into next week. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, well, that's going to be tough. This track is just, it proves it's, I'm kind of lost for words right now. Yeah, I'm going to fight to the very end. I think Blade just wrecked out. It's unfortunate for him, but so I think that might help me a little bit. I'm not sure entirely on the point situation. I know one of them didn't show up either, so it's a little bit easy, but doesn't mean I still don't have to fight for it. So we'll see how it goes here, and see how, yeah.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck. We'll let you go.
Thanks, sir.
All right. Well, here we go. Back to green.
Yes, sir, and it's official. Blade Timmons has taken his car behind the wall. He is done for the evening.
It'll be what, about 29 to go to the second stage here. So if Susie can hold him off for 29 laps and get this stage win. Pace car's in.
Green, green, green.
All right, he gets a good jump there. Wow, look at that. Bitzer kind of holds up Conover on that outside. That was good for Susie.
Yeah, no, Susie's
we got a spin.
Out.
There's Joshua Banks. He went around there. Wow. Let's go back and
breeding cautions here.
yeah, everybody stacked up on top of one another again, and
Looks like he goes off the nose of Jake Boyer. Jake was on his inside, and they just come together. Could possibly have been netcode as well a little bit, but they do come together a little bit there.
oh yeah, right there, man. Oh man, yeah. And that, in turn caught Brian Jones. So Brian's going to have damage, and also Alex Edelman. So 3 trucks involved in that. And boy, these guys have got to be counting those incident limits by now. Some of them are probably getting up there halfway to being disqualified.
Yeah, and that's the second caution in a row. Alex Edelman was just an innocent bystander trying to get by it, gets clipped in the rear end and sent around. So he is getting torn up here, and it's not really his fault. Just nowhere to go.
Well, Keegan was right in thinking that with Blade Timmons out now, Jason Conover not here, kind of puts Keegan right on the fence there, probably going to make it in. That would be the uneducated guess, but let me tell you this, Torn Shirts is up to 3rd. He's rocking, so he's coming.
Yeah, which is very good considering he was the lucky dog on the very first caution.
Yeah.
So very good comeback for him. We'll see if he can keep it there. Oh my, we've got a wreck on pit road.
Oh no.
Looks like Jake Boyer was not happy with Joshua Banks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that retaliation stuff ain't good.
Now, with this short of a field, you can take a risk. Normally, track position is key here at Bristol, but with these cautions coming back to back the way they are, I'm not surprised that that from 4th place back came in on this caution, even though there weren't that many laps on those tires to get fresh tires, because the guys in front of you, they've run, you're going to have better tire wear than they do, and you've got more fuel than they do, which doesn't necessarily matter for the stage, but something to keep in mind later on in the run if we continue to have cautions here.
All right, lights are out. We're going green next time by. All right, pace car heads in. Oh, go ahead.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. We're back underway, and Susie gets a major blast out of on the restart there, and has the lead easily. With Josh Conover getting by on the bottom of Keegan Blitzer, he is now second.
Wow, look at Conover with them fresh tires. I'm telling you that Susie knew there was no way he was going to be able to hold off Conover.
Don't count him out yet. He's trying everything he can on the outside, but with those fresh tires, the bottom line is where it's at for the first 5 laps.
Sure, nothing Susie could do right there at that point with older tires. He's like on 16 lap older tires at that point. So, and right now Conover trying to get the second stage win here. That might have been, I was kind of worried about that pit stop that he made, but well, I guess now thinking about it, maybe I should have thought a little harder about that, because he started from the 4th position and then it got the caution. He was up to 3rd. So I didn't think it was going to take long he'd get around Keegan Bitzer, because Josh and Keegan there had older tires. So Conover back to the front.
Yeah, with the short sessions here being split up, or this stage rather being split by those cautions, Conover does not have to save anything. He can go all out right now and still have tires till the end of the stage.
Well, torn shirts. Wow,
Contact.
Man, he contact with Keegan Bitzer there.
That's going to cost him 2 spots.
Yeah, Martin Ploop got by. Well, good for Martin. At least he's back up in the hunt here now. It wasn't looking too good earlier.
As long as your motor doesn't get damaged, you can pretty much have a beat up truck, a beat up race car here, and still come out with a win. It's just the motor that you got to protect.
And Josh Banks took it behind the wall. Wow. More and more guys leaving here tonight. Right now we got 8 drivers on the track.
Yes, sir. And Jake Boyer is still in the session, but on pit road getting damage repaired.
Tell you what, Susie's staying right with Conover right now, but I don't really think there's anything he's going to be able to do with them at this point, because Conover's got way fresher tires. Conover's just in cruise mode right now. He said that when he first took off and got way out there, 2.5 away from the field at the beginning of the race, he said, man, I was just abusing that right front tire, and learned a little bit from that. And now second stage, he's using what he learned in that first stage to not make that happen again. So he's just putting it down here enough just to stay ahead of Susie, I think, at this point.
Yeah, and Susie, the only thing he can do is just try to hang with him and try to pull in here in the last 10 laps as we're coming down to it. 9 to go in this stage. He's just got to try to hope that Conover makes a mistake and he can take advantage.
Yeah. 3rd place, Keegan Bitzer and Martin Ploop, 4th. Torn shirts, 5th. And Brian Jones, which was really good after starting on the pole, never even got to lead a lap. So that's kind of a bummer when you're the pole sitter and never get to lead a lap, but it happens.
He got involved in one of those cautions there, so he is down on power. and struggling right now to keep pace.
That's a bummer.
But he's not out of it yet. Him and Todd Schneider are in a heated battle for 6th place.
Yeah.
The
All right, about
problem they have. Go ahead.
5 more times around here, and Conover's looking at stage 2 win.
Yeah, and Brian Jones and Todd Schneider are both hoping that Josh gets those 5 laps done before he catches him. They are less than a straightaway ahead of him now, about 11 seconds behind and about to go a lap down.
Conover's, he dropped the hammer now. He don't have to worry about saving tires now. This close to the end here. He's got 3 to go here before they throw the caution for stage 2. That long stage at the end is going to be a really test to see who can hold on to them tires for that long. I have a sneaking suspicion. I think we'll see somebody maybe pit in that final caution or that final stage, because 100 laps is a long ways to go on the same set of tires.
Yeah, I don't know, Rudy. I don't, like I said, I don't think you're going to see a green flag stop here if they can help it.
Right.
But white flag is out on the stage. This will be the stage here.
All right, Josh Conover winning stage 1 and 2.
Yes, sir.
Well, they haven't officially got the caution
yellow
yet,
flag
but
is
there
out.
it is. Okay. But yeah, Josh Conover winning stage 2. Well, we got to get him up here and talk to him. Josh Conover, stage 1 and 2, brother.
Yeah, we're trying.
Man, I'll tell you, that was looking really good. I was a little concerned for a minute there about you making that pit stop, but after I kind of really thought about it, I thought, no, he did the right thing, because you were starting from the 4th position on 16-lap newer tires than Susie had. So it worked out great. You was able to get by him. So now all you got to do is win this final race, final stage.
Yeah, we don't have to pit this final stage like we normally do.
Right.
You know, green. So we had the usual 4 sets of tires in the pits. So I figured, you know, come in, use up one of the sets, and hopefully it would stay green, and it did. So
Very good.
Car count, obviously, but it also kind of helped, like I said, with that call, and hopefully, you know, hoping that it would go green with a smaller count.
Yep. Well, congrats again on the stage 2 win. Started stage 1 and 2. So, man, you're racking up the points here tonight. Well, good luck in the 3rd stage, then, Josh. We'll let you go.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Wow. Amazing, ain't it?
Yes, sir. Putting on a show.
Yes, sir.
And Alex Edelman gets his lap back, so he is the lucky dog. All 8 cars remaining in the field are on the lead lap.
Nice. Hey, Ken and Josh, how you doing in chat there? Hopefully everybody's having a good night. Well, Conover was out first, but we got some guys sitting on pit road there getting damage fixed up. But yeah, Alex Edelman, okay, he's coming in. I don't think he did lead 1 lap. So he got a bonus point out of it.
Yeah, not bad. Gets a bonus point because he came to pit road and he's the lucky dog.
Yep.
Works out.
Heck yeah. Well, 100 down, and well, a little less than 100 to go now, but it didn't take long to knock out 100 laps, even though we had a few cautions there. Let's see, what do we have? Well, 2 of those are stage cautions, so we had 2 cautions tonight. Yep, and only 3 lead changes. That's pretty awesome in itself.
Yes, sir. These guys, it's been a small field, but these guys haven't been it hasn't been a boring show at all. They've been
Nope.
getting on it.
Good race.
Yes, sir. And Josh Conover's doing the one thing that I was wondering why no one else had done so far up to this point. He's starting from the outside line.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I was just thinking about that just as you said that. We'll get him going.
Will do. Here we go. Pace car ducks off.
Green flag,
Conover
green
goes,
flag.
and green flag is back out. We're back underway at Bristol Motor Speedway.
And Susie, not wasting any time, goes around the outside of Torn Shirt.
Now, Conover's going to have to be careful here. He's out front, but he's going to have to make sure he doesn't burn
Right.
those tires off like he did in the first stage.
Very true. I think everybody's kind of being a little mindful. They know this is a long run to the end, so everybody's trying to be kind of mindful of that. Keegan Bitzer is taking a look here on Martin Plute. And he's on them fresh tires. Not able to do it though. It's going to be very difficult to try to make that pass.
And Alex Edelman goes up to sixth, getting by Brian Jones on the inside.
Yeah, Brian's got a lot of damage on that truck, and he's really slowed down tremendously. After being our pole sitter, you know, I think he's just trying to ride it out right now. He's fifth in points, 33 points back. He's just having a top 10 finisher tonight. Get done with Bristol, get on with it, and gosh, I forget, where do they go to next week? I forget it. I have to look.
Well, let me look.
Oh, there it is. Popped right up on the screen. Wow. Las Vegas next week.
And that's going to be an interesting race as well.
Mhm.
Mile and a half track. It's kind of a one-lane track, so these guys are going to have to get, just like tonight, get what they can early while you still have fresh tires.
Well, I'll tell you what, that damage on Brian Jones' truck is so bad. Todd Snyder just drove right around him with ease right there. So Brian goes back to 8th now. You know, he can't go any further back because everybody else, he is at the tail end of the field.
Yeah,
So-
he is the last car on the lead lap, last car in the field. Jake Boyer has taken his car behind the wall.
Yeah, good run right here. Torn Shirts staying right with Susie.
Yeah,
Front 5 are looking really strong right now.
sir, and this would be with the field that we have. This is mid-pack, and guess what? That's where the action is.
Yeah. Yep.
Edelman looking low for trying to get
Man.
another spot.
Yeah, he's going to have to, if he's going to do it, he's going to have to, you know, drive it in kind of deep and hope it sticks.
My only concern with him doing that at this stage is burning those tires off.
Yeah.
And these guys are going to get back by him if he does that.
Yeah, this is not a track you really want to drive it in deep into a corner, because when you do wash up, you will get into the guy up on top of you if you don't clear him. And look at this, Keegan Bitzer to the bottom. He's going to try to get that position away.
He gets
Oh,
bruised.
whoa.
Stayed
Yeah.
in it. I don't know how he saved that, but that was
Yeah.
a great save.
He's just not going to be able to do it right now. Susie. Everybody on the same fresh tires, so this is where it's really going to make a difference here. This is why I think Conover can't get away from Susie right now.
Yeah, I don't think he's pushing it all that hard, just
Right.
enough to maintain the lead and not let him get a run on him. But he better not hold up too often, because if Susie can get by him, I don't think Conover's going to be able to get back by him.
They're riding along with Susie right now. You can hear him get off that throttle, get back in the throttle. just kind of drag the brake going into the corners, and some of them you got to hit the brakes a little harder.
Yeah, and you hear how he's letting it roll almost all the way through the corner before he picks the throttle back up. And that's really what you got to do, is just let the truck settle itself. Once it starts turning, then you can slowly ease back into it.
Yep. Wow, good race between those two. Torn Shirts, he needs a good finish here tonight. I don't know if it's going to be enough to help him, but it might. With Nathan Shiflett not here, Jason Conover not here, I don't know how much of a point difference that's going to make for Torn Shirts tonight. He needs a lot of help. Like I said, a win would have really helped him tonight, but matter of fact, I think a win would have locked him into the next round, I think, isn't it? Isn't that how they were doing it?
Yep. Win and you're in.
Yeah, win and you're in. So, yeah, he really, really could use this win here tonight. But he's got to get up there with Conover first, and I don't know. I don't know if anybody's got... The guy that's going to have whatever it takes to get by Josh Conover is going to be Joshua Soucy. There's no getting around that, but what Soucy, I don't know, that little bit of damage he's got on his truck, if it's affecting the speed any or handling, I don't know. Or is he just setting him up for a late race run?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting between these two because lap time, they're running pretty much equal laps. They're running 15.3s now. 15.3s is still pretty fast around here, but it's not, pace setting, trailblazing by any means. Typically, you're going to be running around 15.1, 15.2s at the start of the run. So they're definitely not running all out. They are holding a little bit back. In fact, Soucy's fastest lap so far this race came at lap 86. He ran a 14.992. So they could definitely run faster than what they're doing right now.
Josh, there really isn't a whole lot. I don't know if I'm watching it on my other computer. It looks pretty smooth to me. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with it. I haven't dropped very few frames at all tonight. The first night in the last 5 nights that I haven't been dropping a lot of frames. So I don't know what's going on with it. I think it's a YouTube thing, but I don't know. Torn Shirts, third.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what, Soucy has not let Conover get away at all. He is still right there. They've both pulled out to a 1.5-second lead over Torn Shirts. And right now, Soucy is doing everything he can to make sure that Conover doesn't get away so he can try to make a run once Conover wears out his tires.
Both these guys, excellent drivers. I guess that's why they're first and second, Yep. But third place, Joshua Banks, which was knocking on Soucy's door. They're only 1 point behind him coming into tonight, is out of the race. He'll finish in 9th place tonight, so not going to be a very good point night for him. He'll probably still hold on to third place, but I think that's probably what he was thinking. Let's just get through tonight. Let's get through, Bristol. And, now he's got damage and he's out of it. It's a shame we've lost some good drivers tonight. Josh Banks, Blade Timmons, Jake Boyer, and then, of course, 3 drivers not showing up. Jason Conover, Brian Powell, and Mitchell Riggs. Those 3 did not start the race, so...
Yeah, Brian Powell is actually the race admin for tonight, so that's why he didn't start.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. My bad. Yeah, I don't know, Josh. Everything looks good here. I mean, everything looks great, actually. I don't know what's going on. I just think it's a YouTube thing. I don't know. Back up front.
Normally it would be a lot, but 60 to go now. That's not a lot here at Bristol.
No. Now these guys won't have to stop. They won't need fuel or tires, but it's just managing them tires, taking care of them. And I don't know, we're going to have to wait and see who's going to be the master at holding on to them tires for 100 laps here. Oh boy.
And his lap traffic is going to come a factor in this at all, because Brian Jones, he's under power, as we mentioned, and he's now less than a straightaway from going a lap down.
Yeah, you can see the leaders coming up on him. They're maybe about 1.5 to 2 seconds behind him. Well, he is really struggling to get back into that throttle too. So I don't know if it's a damage that's causing him to be that far off right now. Could be.
I believe it is, yes.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he was our pole sitter. It's not like he doesn't know how to get around here.
That's right, yeah. And Conover unable to shake Joshua Susi. Pretty good racing.
Yes, sir. And right now it is the closest battle on the track between these two.
Yeah, Susi's kind of backed it off a little bit. I don't know if he did that purposely to cool his tires off, maybe to make a run, or if he's just got himself in a comfortable lap time right now that where he knows he's not wearing his tires out and just waiting for Josh to burn them up.
Yeah, he's not that far off. That last lap, Josh ran a 15.602, and Susi ran a 15.607. So they're running very close times here.
Yeah.
As Jones goes a lap down.
Yes, sir. First one lap down now on the track. Next one's going to be Keegan Bitzer, and he's really not that far ahead of Conover himself. And I thought Keegan was going to have a heck of a run here tonight. But here comes the leader.
And Susi almost hits the wall, has to back way out of it, and he's lost a lot of time because of it. Almost a full second behind.
He's going to get around the outside of Keegan Bitzer. So Bitzer goes a lap down now. Next one's going to be Todd Schneider. Now he's quite a ways ahead of them guys. Todd's had an exceptional night here, though, coming from 10th. He's not in the chase, but, I'm not sure how the league, you were talking about that earlier, and I'm not going to get into that, but I always talk about how important it is for people that are not in the chase, how important it is for them to be here, because they can actually change the outcome of the running order or the finish, maybe take a win away from somebody, a points leader. I always find it, kind of interesting to see guys that are not in the chase in there racing with guys that are, because they can totally change it.
Yes, they can.
Susi now 1.3 seconds back.
Yes, sir. I've been watching him. He's gotten into the wall at least 3 separate times here, and that has not helped him at all. I believe he has used up some of his tires, and he's hurting right now.
Yeah. Orange shirt's way back off of it here. He's about 6 seconds behind Joshua Susi, and still got Martin Plute breathing down his neck. So Plute would love to get that 3rd place, and possibly, he'd possibly pass up Banks in the points, maybe, and go into 3rd, maybe, if he could get a 3rd place here tonight.
Yes, sir. And right now, this is the battle on the track. Everyone else is pretty much spread out as Plute and Shirts go at it.
Oh, I guess Josh left. Josh Medlock in chat there. I guess he must have left. He was in there for 3 seconds and then left or something. I don't know. He typed a bunch of messages and then he left.
No change up front as Conover has now extended his lead to 2.2 seconds.
Well, Ken Pryor maybe ought to give it a shot there one of these days and jump in the booth with one of us and give it a shot. See how you... Heck, none of us knew how to do it. Did we, Dwayne?
Right. Got to start somewhere.
Yeah. You just go in and talk about the race with your buddy there, you know. Susie now, 2.5 to 2.6 seconds back. Man, he is dropping like a rock right now.
Yeah, he has definitely used his tires up, and all Conover has to do now is just hit his marks, run wherever he wants to run on the track. And right now, he's just going to have a little bit of lap traffic to deal with Todd Schneider coming up, who's currently...
Oh, he's
14.
coming in. Susie's coming in.
Well, this is going to be interesting. He's going to go at least 5 laps down before he gets back out here. So,
oh man,
we'll see if this works out for him. I mean, he's going to be fast though. He's going to have 35 laps to go. Maybe he can unlap himself.
Well, I know he'll probably get a couple of them laps back now. I'm kind of wondering if Conover might be thinking the same thing. I don't think
so.
he is. Yeah, I think he's just in it here right now, and he's just going to take it for whatever he gets and use them tires up just as long as he can.
Yes, sir. Now 4 cars remaining on the lead lap, and they're right in front of the leader. So,
yeah,
Conover could put the entire field a lap down now.
Good Lord. Yeah, Susie's he's 2 laps down. 2 laps down, yeah. So, but he does have them fresh tires.
Yeah, it looks like he only took 2 tires on his stop. So,
Yeah, you're right. Probably the right side, because that right front was probably just destroyed.
now
He's trying to keep up.
He's running 15 threes, and our leader is currently running 15 nines. So
Yeah.
He's definitely faster than these guys out here right now. And looks like Keegan Bitzer now following suit is on pit road.
Oh.
So these guys are pitting for tires. But the question is our leader going to pit for tires, or is he going to ride this thing out? I think if I'm having the kind of race Josh Conover's having, I'm staying out.
Yeah, he's won the first 2 stages. I mean, not by a whole lot. You know, cars behind him were pretty close, but that last stage there, man, between the 3 of them battling there, that was pretty interesting. All torn shirts. Looks like he took... Oh, he's back. Okay. I guess he just blinked out. Sorry.
I mean, if you're Josh Conover right now, you're coming up on 3rd place. Torn shirts you just put a lap down. There's only one other car on the lead lap with you, and he's right in your windshield. You can see him heading off into the corner. I'm not coming in. If I've got the fuel to make it, there's no way I'm giving up that kind of a lead.
Yeah. I not right now. Yeah, he can see 2nd place up ahead of him there, Martin Plute. Can you imagine lapping the whole field? Wow.
We might just see it here.
Well, I'll tell you what,
Edelman now on pit road.
Conover's running some good lines here. I'm riding along with him right now. He is looking great.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to push it. I mean, you've got 2nd place directly in front of you.
Yep.
He can back off, run whatever line he wants. There's no pressure on him right now.
Well, Susie just moved up to 6th with them new tires past Alex. Oh, Alex Edelman's on pit road. What the heck? He was on pit road spinning.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I don't know what. Maybe he missed his pit stall or something there. I don't know. That was weird. Yeah, Susie just went into 6th place getting around Alex Edelman. So even if he does finish back there a couple laps down, he's still 6th place. That's only 5 positions behind Josh Conover. So that would only be, well, Plus, Josh Conover's won both stages. If he wins the race, he's going to rack up a lot of points here tonight that he's going to stretch that lead out ahead of Joshua Susi.
Yes, sir.
Very interesting. Flute just ahead of the leader. He is in second. Torn Shirts third. Brian Jones fourth. Todd Schneider not far behind him in fifth. And Susi sixth. It looks like Edelman did take his car behind the wall. Yep. So, well, that'll be good news for Keegan Bitzer because he'll pick up a position there from Alex Edelman. And he moves into seventh, so he won't be able to get any more than that. He is 7 laps down. Not sure how Keegan got so many laps down, but he's got the way fresher tires than anybody out there.
Yeah, I believe he may have entered pit at the wrong side and had a penalty.
Oh, yep, that'll do it.
And right now, Joshua Susi is about to get one of his 2 laps back.
Yeah.
He comes up on Conover. And if I'm Conover, I just let him go.
Yep, that's what he did. Yep. He doesn't want to get out of his rhythm, but yet he doesn't want to get wrecked or anything either. Just trying to stay ahead of Susi because Susi's not really going to be a big threat right now. He's still a lap down with only 15 laps to go when they get to the line.
Yes, sir. 15 laps to go. And you know Conover is pushing really hard right now. That's one thing you've always want to check off your bucket list, Rudy. I lapped the field.
Yep.
And he's very close to doing that right now. And Martin Plute right in front of him.
Second place.
Oh, and he's in the wall.
Oh, man. That's the first time we've seen him in the wall.
But Plute's in the wall as well.
Wow, they're really, he's really slipping and sliding now. I don't think he needs to set a goal here of trying to get around Martin Plute. I think what he needs to do is set a goal just to get to the checkered flag.
Yeah, well, tell that to the guy who's behind the wheel with second place in his right on his bumper.
I know it. Yeah. Yep.
And I don't think Martin is going to give it to him easily.
Conover's looking, but I don't know. He just, with his old tires, I think he's just trying to run a line, a safe line around here right now. You know, this comes a point when, like I always say, you got to look at the big picture, you know?
Right.
Are you more worried about putting Martin Plute down, a lap down? Oh, Martin just got into the wall right there.
Yep, here he goes. He's going to get by him, maybe.
Or are you more worried about just, lapping the whole field or winning the race?
I think right now he's worried about lapping the whole field, Rudy.
Yeah, I think you're right. The way he's driving. Plute's saying, I don't want to go a lap down. I want to be on the lead lap. Second place, which it doesn't really matter. Second place is second place, right?
Right.
Whether you're one lap down or 100 laps down, it don't matter. Second place.
Right, and third place is over half a lap behind him right now. So now it's just bragging rights that's on the line for these two.
Well, Susi's up to fourth. So, boy, them fresh tires have really skyrocketed him up through the field, picking up about 3 positions since he pitted.
Yes, sir, but he's going to run out of time. We're at 6 laps to go. Right now, this is the race. Martin Plute and Josh Conover. Plute trying to stay on the lead lap. Conover trying to put the field a lap down side by side. And I know Plute's sitting there thinking, man, I'm racing the leader, but I'm racing him for the wrong reason.
Yeah. Well, Martin's just holding his line right now, though. I mean, it's up to Josh to find a way around him if it's that important to him to pass Martin Plute. Me, I'd be kind of thinking about, I got the checkered flag here in 4 laps. I'm going to take the checkered flag. Do I really need to pass him? Is he that? He's not a threat by any means,
I would say that's on his mind, Rudy. Bragging rights. You always have that in the back of your mind. You always get stoked.
3 to go.
But I don't, like I told you, I knew Plute was not going to let him have it easy, and he's
Yeah.
done everything to keep him back there. You'd think they were battling for the win the way they're going.
Yeah, I'm sure they're probably discussing that in Discord here because they are in the same channel together. Oh, look at this. He's going to get the white flag next time by, and oh man, Martin's going to, he just blinked out. What the heck happened? There he is. Okay. Phew.
They're still side by side.
And white flag in the air.
Can Plute stay on the lead lap? That's the question of the race right now.
Yeah, I don't think Conover is going to be able to do anything with him.
No, Plute will remain on the lead lap. Conover
And there it
gets
is.
the win.
Very good.
And
Very good.
They're going to have to go another lap to make it official for second place.
Well, congratulations to our winner here, Josh Conover. Great job. Nice race. Man, they went a long green flag run there. That was pretty cool. So, all right, well, give us a minute. We'll get these guys up here, folks. All right, we caught up with the winner, Josh Conover. Holy smokes. We were discussing what was more important to you, putting the whole field a lap down by passing Martin Plute or winning the race. What was more important right there on them last few laps?
Lapping Martin.
You were right, Dwayne. You were right.
He didn't put it together when I told him I was coming for him, and then a couple laps to go, he finally realized he was the last one, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to fight you for it now."
Yep. Oh, he did a good job of battling with you right there. But man, you pull out the win here tonight. You win the first stage, you win the second stage, you win the race. You cleaned up on the points. You led the most laps. Oh my gosh, everything. You just cleaned up on everything tonight.
Well, like I said, after the first stage, playoff points mean everything. So just to get the stage wins was nice, but to wrap it all up and get the race win too and get 5 more playoff points, it'll mean a lot going to the next round, especially with Dega and Martinsville.
Definitely, yeah. Looking at you led 187 laps tonight out of the 200. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable, man. I'd never seen anything like that. Almost had the whole field lap. Wow.
I told him I was going to throw a little slide job in there.
Well, what were your thoughts coming into tonight? Did you expect to have this good of a truck?
Not entirely. I did some officials this week to kind of practice a little bit. But I didn't, to be honest. Kind of knew what I wanted to do as far as my line and try and save tires. And I think that last run, it kind of finally came into play and helped me out. But no, if you would have told me this is how the night would have went, I would have said that was a bad bet.
Yeah. Well, you had the truck here tonight. There ain't no getting around. I don't think there's a guy in here that would contest that. That was an awesome run right there, man. You guys go to a 1.5 mile track next week of Las Vegas. What's your thoughts?
I think earlier in the year I got 8th or so. Not really my favorite 1.5 miles, but you gotta roll with the punches, I guess, as they say. So we'll turn some laps this week and get ready and just try and maximize the points again if we can. I'll have to see where I stand as far as playoff points and stuff to set up for next round. But if need be, we just need a good finish to lock into the Final Four. Then we'll just aim for that and see what happens from there.
Well, you got Talladega coming up here in a couple of weeks, so knowing that that's kind of a shot in the dark there. You never know who's going to win at Talladega. Everything kind of put on an even keel. So getting the maximum amount of points that you can this week and possibly next week before you guys get to Talladega is definitely going to be something that's going to be on the foremost front of your mind, thinking about that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the next round's definitely a big wild card. I mean, Vegas is probably, I guess, the most tame, venue, we'll call it, and then obviously Dega, and then Martinsville too. It'll, it's. I'm glad we got the win. Like I said, that way I can kind of give me a little more of a cushion going into next round, and hopefully Vegas goes well, and we can be, if not locked into the Final Four, pretty close.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty close here, I think, in the next round, this round 8. I think with the points being changed up a little bit with Joshua Banks out of it tonight and Martin Plute having a good run finishing in second. Brian Jones, so Jason was not here. Blade Timmons out early. Keegan Bitzer finished back in the field of ways. Torn shirt. A couple of guys not here. Nathan Shiflett wasn't here. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this is going to go into this final round. I can't wait to see the points for next week. So, well, Josh, who you got to thank for this win here tonight then, and the stage wins?
Well, as always, I start with the broadcast. I know, kind of like I said, I think in one of the stage interviews, I wish the counts were a little higher. So we'll think of something, hopefully, and try and get them up for, I guess, next week. Everybody that did show up and run tonight, I always appreciate the guys that stick a season out. And I know it's a long season, but appreciate the guys that, stick it out and run with us week in and week out. Means a lot. Just as a league owner, I know the admins appreciate it too. But yeah, well, I'll get the points done here, and we'll actually, because we reset the grids, just like real life does, after each round. So we'll have to tally up the playoff points and whatnot and see where everybody stands. But
yeah,
I hope it's enough. I hope we're close.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll see you next week at Vegas. Congratulations. Go celebrate that. Man, that was an awesome run here tonight. 187 laps. And I know the tires had to have been worn out probably there at the end, weren't they? But you seemed to be okay.
Yeah, I just pulled up the garage. I had 55% in the right front and 66 in the right rear. So they were,
my God.
They were getting there.
Yeah, they were getting there. Well, we seen you hit the wall there one time. I don't know if you kind of got distracted or what happened there, but you tapped the wall a little bit. It wasn't anything that really knocked anything out of the truck, I don't think, but it kind of made you kind of rethink things a little bit there for a minute, didn't it?
Yep. I was telling him in the first run why I was kind of staying towards the middle of the track. I didn't want to get up by that wall and tear my truck up. And then, like you said, I got into it. And it was only 12 seconds, but 12 seconds can be, a lot when it comes down to it.
That's true. All right. Well, we'll see you next week then, Josh. Thanks for talking with us.
Thank you. See you guys next week.
All right. You got the second place there, Dwayne?
Yes, sir. Caught up to Martin Plute. Martin, man, you had to battle the leader there at the end. Not the way you wanted to, though, but you do come home second. Talk about your racing a little bit tonight.
Yeah, it was kind of eventful. Getting into an incident early on. Had about 2 minutes worth of damage, so trying to get all that fixed during the race and manage tires, and it was interesting. Not the second fastest truck out here, but happy with P2.
Yes, sir. I'm putting on quite a show. I was having the conversation with Rudy that egos were on the line, bragging rights there, trying to make sure that not to let Josh get by you to lap the full field. And you put on quite the show there. I'm sure that was on your mind during that.
Yeah, I was gonna let him go. I knew him and I thought Susie was a lap closer than he was, so I was gonna let him go and battle Susie out. But finding out I'm the last person on the lead lap, I'm not gonna let him have that easy. It was fun though. It was clean and it was a good time.
Definitely fun to watch. Well, you guys head into the round of 8, Las Vegas next week. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, did good early this year at Vegas. I'm trying to pull up how I did, but I think it was a top 10, so it shouldn't be too bad. And I'm usually pretty decent at Dega, and so it should be all right. Martinsville is going to be the kind of the wild card for me next round.
Yes, sir. Love that short track racing. All right, well, we'll let you get out of here, but before we do, who do you got to thank for second place?
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks for coming out, having fun. Thanks for everybody showing up today. That was a good time. So just happy to be out of Bristol now.
All right. Well, congratulations on second, and good luck next week.
Thanks. See you guys.
Rudy, you got third?
All right, Joshua Susie, come home third tonight. Boy, what a battle back there after making that pit stop. Tell us why you made that, first off.
I wasn't going to beat him how it was running, so I had to try something.
Yeah. Well, you battled back pretty nicely there. I mean, you know, got one of your laps back and was coming up on him again, but just Conover just had the truck here tonight. There's just no getting around it. You did lead some laps though. Tried to keep him in check there, kept the pressure on, but he was just in cruise mode out there in the front, and man, it was just really not a whole lot anybody could do with him.
Yeah, I don't really know what changed throughout the course of the race, but that first run, me and Banks were pretty much running him over at the end of the stage. So I figured, that last run
Yeah.
I'd be pretty good, and I was trying to save my stuff. I don't know what he was doing different, if the track rubbered up and he anticipated it. Not quite sure what was going on. I was just trying to take it easy, and then he started pulling away. I don't know if it's a little bit of damage I got in stage 2 that I fixed, but it was still hurting the truck, or what the deal was. But just kept getting tighter and tighter, and he was slowly checking out. And I don't know. This track is a lot of fun, but the package here is not very fun. It's really hard to pass. So hopefully, iRacing will implement some PJ1 or something in the future, so we can have some multiple grooves and
Yeah.
make things more interesting. But it's hard to. He definitely had the speed, and he kept his truck clean. Can't really overcome that.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool if they put, some of that. Wouldn't that? Oh man, that would be really cool. But here's my thing on that. Why make the cars so loose that you have to put something on the track to give them grip? Why don't you just give the cars grip?
I mean, either way, the problem is they're tight in general. Even tonight we had a 49% crossweight, but it just
Right.
wore the out way too much. If they had more even wear, right front to right rear,
Right.
they can make it more interesting. If you drive it too hard, maybe burn up the right front, or if depending on your style, you might burn up the right front or the right rear, versus everyone's burning up the right front, and whoever can manage that better, which Conover is really good at. Not so much. I try to get better, but as you can see, I haven't quite figured it out.
Well, you're going to make it into the next round, a round of 8. But now you guys got next week, you got a 1.5 mile track of Vegas, and then you've got the wild card race coming up here with Talladega. So tell me what your thoughts are on the next couple of weeks. How you think you'll fare on 2 of them tracks?
I think I ran pretty good at Vegas in the spring, and I got wrecked or something. I don't quite remember how that finished. I know I didn't have a good finish, but I was like top 5 stage 1, somewhere in there. But I fully expect to have to battle Conover and Banks again, and probably 3rd, 5th place trucks. I imagine it's going to come down to tire wear. So, not really looking forward to that too much. And then Talladega, like you said, is a wild card, so who knows what's going to happen. I usually run good there, but it's Talladega, so who knows?
Yeah.
And luckily, I got some stage points from the regular season, and that'll definitely help with a buffer. Try to maintain top 4. It's just going to be consistency is the key. I don't normally play strategy to try to go for stage wins, but I might have to, just with the looking in to get to the top 4. Tires and
Right.
everything, like Conover did tonight to get stage 2. That might be a different strategy, to sacrifice a couple spots at the end of the race to try to get the bonus points and the most stage points possible. So we'll see how it
Yeah.
plays.
All right. Well, congratulations on your 3rd place here tonight. Who you got to thank for it then, Josh?
Well, start with Pepsi on the hood, and Army, and Jake for doing all the wonderful paints he does, and my teammates here at Flatline, and everyone that showed up tonight. And we put on a pretty decent show, I think. And you guys for broadcasting as always. I hope you guys had a good time watching.
It was great. There was never a dull moment, let me tell you. It was great. You guys did an awesome job. All right, well, Josh, we'll let you go. So celebrate that 3rd place. We'll see you next week at Vegas.
Okay, thanks, bud.
All right, let's run down through the final results here.
Yes, sir. If you want, I could take it since you took the starting grid.
Go for it.
All right. Well, Josh Conover is going to be your winner tonight. Congratulations to him. Mark Plute will finish second, the only car on the lead lap. Josh Susi is going to come home third. Torn Shirts is going to bring it home fourth. Brian Jones fifth. Todd Schneider sixth. Keegan Blitzer seventh. Alex Edelman eighth. Ninth is going to go to Joshua Banks. And Blade Timmons is going to round out the top 10. Jake Boyer is going to be 11th, rounding out the field.
All right. Yeah. The other remaining, well, Brian Powell actually admin here tonight, but Jason Conover and Mitchell Riggs did not start the race. All right. All right. Well, thanks for watching tonight, folks. We do appreciate it. And I guess give us a thumbs up on the video if you don't mind. Make sure you subscribe if it's your first time here. And we will see you the next time. Until then, stay safe and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.